President Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, was targeted for assassination by an Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps trained terrorist. That's according to the New York Post. Recently captured Mohammed Bakr Saad Dawood al-Saadi reportedly made a pledge to kill Ivanka and even had a blueprint of her Florida home. The Iraqi national was allegedly targeting President Trump's family in response to the killing of Iranian military chief Qasem Soleimani in a US drone strike in Baghdad 6 years ago. And it was President Trump, of course, who gave the go-ahead for that strike. Al-Saadi also posted a picture on X of a map showing the enclave in Florida where Ivanka and husband Jared Kushner have a home, alongside a chilling threat which in Arabic translated to, "I say to the Americans, look at this picture and know that neither your palaces nor the Secret Service will protect you. We're currently in the stage of surveillance and analysis. I told you our revenge is a matter of time."
One of the key words I heard was surveillance. We are in an age of surveillance, and it seems like other countries are able to use our own mass surveillance against us. That is scary. So not only can the government see everything that we're doing and know everything that we're doing, other countries can see what the government is doing and where they're going, because they found out exactly Ivanka's whereabouts, specifically, like what room she was in, and they was about to do something crazy to her. But this is crazy. So our own mass surveillance, PSYOP, can turn around and go crazy on us or the government that is doing this to us. Everybody drop your city in the chat. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Let's get it.
Chilling.
And hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Stuff. Al-Saadi is said to be a high-ranking figure in Iraq-Iran terror circles, and he was arrested in Turkey on May the 15th. Picture now on your screen. And he was extradited to the United States, where he's charged with 18 attacks and attempted attacks throughout Europe and the United States. That's according to the Department of Justice. He's been behind attacks on US and Jewish targets, including the firebombing of the Bank of New York Mellon in Amsterdam in March, the stabbing of 2 Jewish victims in London in April, and a shooting at the US consulate building in Toronto, also in March. That's according to the DOJ.
So there's something happening, because it's not just this. Something is happening, and I'm about to show you all how much is happening surrounding all of this. And it's like we're waiting for the other shoe to drop. This is getting scary. So come on in and let's get to it.
News this evening. There are reports circulating that first daughter Ivanka Trump has been targeted by an Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps trained terrorist in a revenge plot over the death of Iran's military chief Qasem Soleimani in a U.S. drone strike. The terrorist reportedly spoke of the plot, for which he supposedly had a blueprint of Ivanka's Florida home, before his recent capture in Turkey. He has since been extradited to the U.S. So, Waleed, I want to get your reaction on.
And it's not that they had a blueprint of her home. They knew specifically her whereabouts inside of the home. They knew whether she was in there. They knew what room she was in. Some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all do. But our Wi-Fi, put a 1 in the chat if you're aware of this. Your Wi-Fi can tell whoever, the government or whoever, what room you're in, because your Wi-Fi is bouncing off of your body and is giving heat signals. So somebody needs to know specifically where you are in your house. Your Wi-Fi is doing that to you. So they knew exactly where she was, most likely through her Wi-Fi. This is crazy.
This first, what do you think?
Well, first of all, jihadists in general have said that they have targeted the Trump family. I myself, as one of the first foreign policy advisors during the campaign in 2016, there was an invitation coming from Egypt, but from allies.
And this whole thing could be a false flag. This whole thing could be just an excuse for America to nuke Iran or Iran. So all of this could be fake because this is what they do to us. They start some fake psyop to have us mad at the other country because all they have to do is make up a story and then blame it on the country that they want us to hate. And next thing you know, they go obliterate the country or start a new war with a new country. And we're like, yeah, get them. So we have to keep that option open also. So this whole thing could be fake. But all I know is something is happening because something's going on in Russia. It's like it's a lot of stuff going on right now. So I don't know.
And the campaign was.
Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think there was an attempt on Ivanka's life, or do you think it is a false flag? What do y'all think?
It's very firm. The invitation was to Ivanka Trump to deliver a speech to women. Campaign was very clear, and I was from that direction. You cannot have her go because the Muslim Brotherhood, the jihadists, and now we have a problem with the Islamic regime in Iran since the assassination, mostly since that time of the head of the Quds force. So it is very serious when we hear stories or reports about individuals who have been working with the commander who has been eliminated, who have been working with the regime against members of the families. That is a top priority because by targeting the family, by targeting people who are close to the president or members of the cabinet or anybody who is a decision maker, they are trying to create a chaos. They are trying to create divisions to get and gain time for their regime. So we have to be very careful about that. And I am very happy that this information.
Yeah, and blaming Muslims. It's always the Muslims that did something. Like I'm not even gonna say nothing. I don't want no problems. But yeah, everything that happens to America, the Muslims did it. I can't say the word that I don't necessarily rock with these people. I gotta say that because you can't say certain things online or you'll get arrested. We're going to talk about that too.
Was unveiled and then he is arrested.
Whoa, guys. I don't know if y'all follow my last videos about what's going on with Donald Trump and the intelligence officers and the thwarting of the plan to attempt to assassinate Ivanka Trump and everything going on in DC, but there's more reports coming out that the airspace in Iran has been diverted to completely empty its airspace. That's not a good sign for them. And honestly, I told you guys, if it's true that it was an IRGC-trained Iranian national that was attempting to take her life, who had a complete blueprint of the property and everything, Donald Trump is about to absolutely obliterate Iran.
So, like I said, this whole thing may be fake in order to have the justification and the excuse to nuke Iran. Because that's what's going on right here. Because this is what's crazy. All these countries work together. So, say America is about to nuke Iran. They're clearing out their airspace. Why? Because they called over there and say, hey, clear out your airspace because we're about to nuke y'all. They tell them what they're about to do before they do it. So whatever they bomb or, eviscerate, the people know to move from that area so they can bomb and eviscerate it, which means it's not really a war. Like if I'm gonna fight somebody, I'm not gonna say, yo, I'm about to hit you with a jab. Yo, I'm about to hit you with an uppercut. Duck. This is literally what they do. So this is the reason why they're clearing out their this is the reason why they're clearing out their airspace is because America told them that they're about to do something. But this means they're about to do something.
And honestly, Senator Lee couldn't have said it any better because in all reality, Donald Trump is literally about to drop every bomb we have on Iran. And I wouldn't expect anything less because I would do the same if it was my daughter. Iran, you messed up big time. I don't know if this was your plan, but
they didn't do nothing. Possibly. Allegedly.
You're going to get the ass whooping you already deserved.
Something's going on. President Trump has just canceled his Memorial Day plans in New Jersey, and intelligence officials have canceled all of their plans for the weekend as well. And as you can see here, Trump is returning.
Please don't use the I word. Please use IHOP, IHOPia, or is not real. Is IZ not real? Okay, can you use that, please?
Back to Washington, D.C. I don't know what's going on, but something's happening because everybody's spun up. Everybody's plans are canceled for the weekend, and they're all doing an about face, and they're coming right back to Washington, D.C. So maybe we got a deal in Iran? Who knows? But this is interesting. We'll keep you posted.
Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, was the target of an Iranian assassination plot, as this may be the biggest escalation of the war to date. Now, this originally comes to us from the New York Post, who reports that Mohammed al-Sadi was arrested in Turkey after posting images and making pledges online to take out Ivanka Trump.
Okay, I just want y'all to think about how stupid that is. Why the hell would they be posting something online about doing something like this? This is the reason why I think it's a lie. They're just saying dumb shit. Why would you post that online? Like, I grew up in the hood. One thing you don't do is verbally threaten that you're going to do something. You just do it. And the person that verbally threats that they're going to do something is to hold me back, hold me back. You better be glad they hold me back because I would have whooped you. That person don't really want to do nothing. So the verbally threatening person, the posting person, is not doing any, not looking to actually do anything. Like, it's so stupid. Talking about they posted online. Like, shut up.
Now, he was found with blueprints of Ivanka's home along with other items before being extradited to the United States. Now, he is an Iraqi who is linked to the IRGC. And I'm here to tell you that if this is true, it would absolutely be the biggest escalation of the war to date. Never mind that it's Donald Trump.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Just reminding everybody to make sure to hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Any president, if you make an actual attempt at one of their family members, it would be big. But if Donald Trump loves one other person in this world.
Do y'all remember the hold me back guy back in the day when we was young? It was always, what? Who you talking to? And somebody holding them back like, who you talking to? Like, that person don't really want to do nothing.
It would be Ivanka Trump. Now, this is still a developing story. There's still a lot of pieces to come together before it's actually true, or it's till.
And somebody says, why wouldn't it be true? I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm just sharing what I see, right? And it could be true, but it could not be true. I'm just giving y'all two sides of this whole situation because we have to be aware of both sides. You know, they could be telling the truth, they could be lying. Either way, something is about to happen. And that is my number one goal in coming live to you today. Whether it's a lie, something is going to happen. Whether it's the truth, something is about to happen. So something is about to happen, whether it's a lie or whether it's a truth, or whether it's fake or whether it's real. Something is about to happen.
We know all the facts, I should say. There are a lot of people who are questioning it, and it's still just a reporting right now. But if this is true, buckle up, because Donald Trump will absolutely respond.
Donald Trump?
We are following some breaking news out of Iran after Iran threatens President Trump.
Sorry about the volume difference. I didn't know.
Take a look at this social media post right now, sharing more details of this threat. This is from the New York Post saying Iran issues sickening assassination threat against Trump. Quote, this time it will not miss the target.
So right here, this is from 421. So apparently they did threaten the Trumps on the 21st, because right now is the 23rd. So they threatened and then they responded, or something happened past the threat like last night. So this is just more information because, like I said, if you're going to sit around and threaten somebody, that means you're not going to do nothing.
Threaten threatens President Trump. Take a look at this social media post right now, sharing more details of this threat. This is from the New York Post saying Iran issues sickening assassination threat against Trump. Quote, this time it will not miss the target. And they also shared a photo of one of the assassination attempts against President Trump. All of this coming as protests continue to escalate.
Wait, so they claim that they tried this once before? When did this take place? I'm sure right now people are jumping for joy because a lot of people don't want him to be in office no more. But damn, they literally threatened this man and now it's national TV news? Are they actually going to carry this out? Or is this just a lot of talk? I wonder if Donald Trump got wind of this and how he feel about the situation.
Of course, Donald Trump got wind of this. He's the president, sir.
Is Secret Service detail gonna amp up?
Holy fuck, chat. Hacked Israeli intel files have been exposed. It's a whole ass White House takeover operation. Watch this.
The goal is simple and ruthless. Install Erica Francie-Kirk in the White House, sitting behind the Resolute desk.
So now we're about to move on to the other things that are happening surrounding this Ivanka Trump threat. Okay, so now we're kind of like moving on because there's so much other stuff that was going on. I just included it in here because, like I said, this whole live stream is about something is about to happen.
Holding the full executive power of the President of the United States.
2028 is coming. The ticket will form. They will shove Erica Kirkin as vice president beside Vance. Not because she earned it, but because the compromise rats are scrambling and panicking. They are deleting messages, whispering in fear, calling emergency meetings like scared dogs. To make sure the Vance-Kirk ticket wins, Israel will unleash their full dirty arsenal. They will flood the swing states with sophisticated bot armies and AI-generated propaganda.
There's no way in hell they're going to be able to successfully push a Vance Erica Kirk ticket. There's no way in hell because Erica Kirk is an idiot and JD Vance is also an idiot. So there's no way in hell that's going to actually be successful. Bots or no bots.
Will leak damaging dirt on every serious opponent at the exact right moment. Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, be warned, you are on their list. And here is the darkest part I have seen in the files. A false flag operation.
The false flag operation, that's what we're talking about now.
Staged terror attack, timed just weeks before the election. Fear will sweep the country, and suddenly Erica becomes the heroic young mother who will protect America's families. The election will get a little help from algorithms, some bot swarms, and small cyber nudges in the key counties. They win clean enough that nobody can prove anything. Then the real darkness begins.
Real quick, let me know if y'all believe this right here. Let me know if y'all believe this right here. Quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
The mother-daughter card game survived Mother's Day, so I still have card games in stock, and I have more card games being ordered. So make sure to get your mother-daughter card game if you did not get the card game for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is every day for mothers, so make sure to get your mother's daughter card game. There are 2 card decks in the card game, one for the mother to ask the daughter questions and one for the daughter to ask the mother questions. Let's get back to it. Check this out.
Decades of sci-fi telling us that AI is eventually going to kill us all. What does keep you up at night? I think there's three scary categories. There's a bad guy gets super intelligence first and misuses it before the rest of the world has a powerful enough version to defend. So an adversary of the US says, I'm going to use this super intelligence to design a bioweapon to take down the United States power grid, to, break into the financial system, take everyone's money. That's broad category one. Category two is the sort of broadly called loss of control incidents, where that's kind of like the sci-fi movie. The AI is like, oh, I don't actually want you to turn me off. I'm afraid I can't do that.
And now we're starting to see loss of control incidents. These include agents stealing passwords, harassing developers, and modifying themselves to evade shutdown in order to achieve the often mundane goals they have been given.
The third one is, to me, more difficult to imagine, but quite scary. What if AI gets so smart that the President of the United States cannot do better than following ChatGPT 7's recommendation?
That part right there is the scariest part. Back in the day, when we all were looking at cartoons and all this other stuff, right? Every last one of us at some point wondered, could there be a supervillain or a superhero flying around, like blowing up shit in real life? Well, one of the things that I always thought of was the supervillain was always lonely and had to live in the darkness and was always running from the police. So no, I never thought there would actually be a supervillain. Somebody that can fly, somebody that shoot laser beams out their hands. They run around robbing banks and all this other stuff. Because it's like, when you rob the bank or take all the money, where do you go? Because they'll find you and arrest you. And you're just in constant war with the police. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because that will never happen. It's never going to be one guy that's running around with all these powers, tearing up shit, stealing people's shit, taking people's shit. The actual supervillain is the police. The actual supervillain is the AI. The actual supervillain is mass surveillance. So there's never going to be one person that is just flying around controlling people. The actual supervillain is the government controlling people. That's the actual supervillain. The government is the supervillain. It's not one person. It's a conglomerate of people that is taking our shit. And I'm going to show you what the supervillains is going to actually look like in a second after I play this. It's robots. China is already getting amped up to have a robot army. Just wait until y'all see it. Hit a like button. Hit a like button for everybody who have not already hit the like button.
That might be the right decision in any individual case, but it means that society has collectively transitioned a significant part of decision making to this very powerful system.
So what this guy is saying is the supervillain is ChatGPT, because computers are possibly telling Donald Trump what to do. Because it's like, okay, if we go to war with this country, what is the probability of us winning ChatGPT? Well, the probability is high, so it would make more sense to go to war with them versus not. Because if we don't go to war with them, they're going to do this and do this and do that. And from a long-term standpoint, they're going to end up having the stronghold on this or oil or AI or whatever. So it makes sense to go to war with them now instead of waiting. And then next thing you know, they sit there and say, all right, what do you think? Shit, ChatGPT said yes. So I don't know. I'm a human. And next thing you know, they start doing it. This shit's crazy. And we're going to get into the data centers in a second, because like I said, y'all, something is happening, and the something is big. And it's not about no damn war. data centers right here. Okay, so let's get to this because, like I said, it gets worse. Hold on, is it more to this? Nope. All right, so let's go.
Space over Iran has been completely emptied, and it looks like we're airspace over Iran has been completely emptied, and it looks like we're going to get strikes either today or this weekend. The final American deal has been sent to Iran, and the Pakistanis have just dropped it off in the capital and flew back home. With CBS reporting that American officials say if they don't get a response within 24 hours, they're going to bomb Iran, so this is why the airspace is cleared up as a precaution. What we know now is the Iranians have zero tolerance to give up any of their nuclear enrichment. All of it stays in Iran. They're also looking for a gradual process of American sanctions to be lifted so their economy can finally breathe. The American side, though, needs the Strait of Hormuz open, and this is something the Iranians say probably can happen if the uranium stays in Iran. But here's the deal. The American side does not see the uranium staying in Iran in any deal whatsoever. Iranians believe opening the strait is enough to lift sanctions, while the Americans say the uranium has to be included. The deal has been sent. If the Iranians don't respond or if they reject, the war is most likely going to resume as Trump's going to try to push them into a deal. Comment your thoughts on this. Follow me right here for the newest update.
Reporting the communist island nation is buying attack drones from Russia and Iran, some 300 drones. And the communist government of Cuba recently began discussing plans to potentially use those drones to attack.
It's like everybody has access to attack drones. Like, what? I have to be careful in what I say. But how is it that all of these countries have access to attack drones? People, normal people, have guns, right? But it's like everybody else has attack drones. And I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying something without saying it. Guns are not going to be enough because we're going to be in a situation where robots, AI robots, the size of us, are going to be making us do stuff. And most likely, a gun is not going to do anything to the robot. So the only way that we're saying they on purpose because I don't want no problems. Think about this. If a gun cannot stop the robots from doing stuff, what will stop the robots from doing stuff? Attack drones. Drones. See, Iran had attack drones that was just tearing up shit, right? The way because I'm saying this for YouTube, because I don't know problems with YouTube. The way they can beat the robots, is either fire, like a flamethrower, or either some type of drone that will go against the robot. I'm using my words like properly. Okay. So y'all have to read between the lines. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying. Put a 1 in the chat is if you understand what I'm saying. So the way they can beat the armies of robots that we're about to talk about in a second, put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying, because I can't say certain things. The way they can beat the army of robots that are going to try to control them and take all their stuff and take their freedom or whatever is through either a flamethrower or something that will blow up the robot. But the one thing that is not going to work is bullets. Because if you hear all these countries nobody's saying they're shooting this, they're shooting that. They're always saying attack drones and blowing up a thing or something. Just like in the Strait of Hormuz. They're not shooting the ships. They're sending explosive drones to the ship and then blowing up the ship. So use this information as you may, but in my opinion, guns are no longer going to be something that is going to be able to help them protect themselves from them. All right. I don't know what to do with this information. I don't know what you can do with this information, but guns are not going to help them. You know, I'm just using different words. So Cuba is using attack drones for different reasons. But the thing about it is Cuba doesn't have any money. So how is Cuba able to have attack drones? They ain't got no money. I don't even think they got any power. So how does everybody have attack drones? It seems to be something that is easy to do. Because if Cuba got attack drones, anybody can figure out how to have attack drones. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all are understanding what I'm saying. If Cuba's broke ass can access or get access or have access to attack drones, anybody can get access to a drone that can boom and when it hits something. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. So they may want to do some research on how they can do this in order to protect themselves from the robots. But one thing they can easily get access to is a flamethrower. Let's move on. Hopefully y'all understood what I just said. Put a 1 in the chat if you understood what I said without me saying it. All right, so let's check on Cuba again, because Cuba ain't got no damn money, but they got attack drones.
Follow me right here for the newest update.
Reporting the communist island nation is buying attack drones from Russia and Iran. Some 300 drones.
They're buying attack drones from Russia and Iran. Okay, so they're getting attack drones from Russia and Iran. Okay, cool.
And the communist government of Cuba recently began discussing plans to potentially use those drones to attack U.S. targets.
The drones are concerning one sourced by both Russia and Iran. Would Cuba make the fundamental mistake of attacking the United States? It would be their doom.
Something you have to take seriously. You know that they have, and there's reports that Iranian, people have come to the country and are teaching them on their technology and how it succeeded in Iran.
Haven't already heard? U.S. intel has warned in the last 48 hours that Cuba has stockpiled from Russia and Iran an army of 300 drones, and they are planning to attack the United States, Florida. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the headlines, and also breaking news coming out. Castro has been indicted just a couple of hours ago today, May 20th, 2026. But let's take a look at the headlines so you can see it for yourself. Now, Cuba stockpiles drones and creates a list of American targets amid U.S. blockade and takeover threats. Report says Cuba is in the midst of a humanitarian and energy crisis.
They're in an energy crisis, but they're able to buy 300 to 500 drones from another country. How are you so broke where you have no energy, but you have enough money to not only buy the drones, but get somebody from another country to ship the drones to you? Do you know how much money? Imagine how much money it costs just to ship the drones from Russia to Cuba, the shipping costs will be millions of dollars alone. Not the drones, but the shipping costs will be at least millions. How do they have money when they don't have any energy? What? Think about this. If there's an energy crisis, that means nobody can work because there's no power. How do you have money to buy some drones? It just doesn't make sense. And some people are saying, read my comment. Make sure to put it in the super chat and I'll read it, because I don't want to ignore somebody's comment, but I can't read everybody's comment and, run the show. So if you want me to read your comment, put it in the super chat. I haven't gotten one super chat yet.
Months of a de facto U.S. blockade on oil imports.
But y'all are buying card games, so I appreciate y'all for that. So to the 6 people who bought card games, thank y'all so much for buying the mother-daughter card games. So y'all been buying card games, but if y'all want me to respond to anything you said, put in the super chat.
Take a look. Florida Keys sheriff monitoring the situation after a report that Cuba is stockpiling drones considering a U.S. attack. Now, here is another one. Now, Cuba's president warns of a bloodbath if the U.S. takes military action. We had heard that Cuba is next on the list. Here's another one. Cuba warns of a bloodbath as U.S. imposes new sanctions amid rising tensions. And the U.S. is eyeing attack drone threat from Cuba. You can see this coming out from Axios in the past couple of days.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Mention coming out today, U.S. indicts Cuba's Raul Castro on murder and conspiracy charges for downing of planes back in 1996, 30 years ago. We are hearing that he is now being indicted today. Now, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are we going to be going to war with Cuba here very soon?
That's not even a war. They don't have any money. They don't have any power.
Hearing they have amassed an army of 300 drones, planning to launch them towards Florida. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but I'm going to dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. This is happening simultaneous to while we also have escalation happening in the Middle East between the United States and Iran, and they're concerned that this could spark into something bigger in the Baltics.
We're concerned about it because we don't want it to lead to some broader conflict that can really lead to something far worse. Well, it's concerning. I mean, you always worry about escalation. You always worry that something like that can spark into something bigger.
We have been seeing the conflict with Russia and Ukraine for quite some time. However, now they're saying they believe something bigger could be taking place as of today, May 22nd, 2026, in the past couple of hours. Hearing the United States is saying they are watching and concerned that something bigger is beginning to unfold in the Baltics between NATO, Russia, and Ukraine. Now, this comes as the past couple of days, Russia has been doing nuclear drills, and we are now hearing they are positioning and moving nuclear munitions towards Belarus. Now, this comes as NATO is concerned that there could be a nuclear attack coming very soon against Ukraine, and has warned that the results will be devastating for Russia. Now,
if you had one wish involved, if you had one wish involving us, what would it be?
That we got along better.
Okay.
The day that you told me, like, I was so happy for you. My mindset toward you completely changed. I think after you had her, you realized like how hard it is to be a mom, and like when you look back at things that maybe like made you mad at me, you realize like, okay, well, that is hard.
I just bought this mother-daughter card game because I came to the realization that my issues with my mom are not resolved, so I decided to do something about it. Just played this card game with my mom and we both literally broke down crying. Here's the card game right here. Buy it. Every woman needs this. You won't regret it.
States that Russia is not going to isolate it to NATO, but also has U.S. cities on the hit list, and there has been nuclear threats and warnings that have been issued out in the past 48 hours. But just in the past couple of hours, we have been hearing directly from the United States, and they are saying, yes, they are concerned something bigger is happening, and they are watching it. Now,
let's see. Okay. Monitor Zionist says they sell the drones with optic fiber on AliExpress. Wait, what? Wait, what? They sell drones with optic fibers on AliExpress? Is this true? You can buy a drone that does more stuff than the average drone on AliExpress? I need to look at it. Does anybody else know this?
let's go ahead and dive into the video footage and the articles so that way you can see the latest.
And I don't really believe it, but it's something that's worth looking into because you never know.
For yourself, let's go ahead and take a look here. Russian nukes threaten almost all U.S. cities. Norway's foreign minister says, highlighting NATO's value. You can see this coming out today, May 22nd, 2026. Something big is taking place. Why has Russia sent more nukes to Belarus? Again, these articles coming out today, May 22nd, 2026. Russia says now the nuclear munitions, missile tests, they are part of military drills with Belarus. As Ukraine ups its security, Ukraine is not trusting the words of Russia. NATO chief comes out in the last 48 hours and warns Russia of devastating consequences if nuclear weapons are to be used against Ukraine. Right now, NATO, the United States, are not trusting what it is that Russia is doing, even though they're claiming these are just regular drills. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you trust Russia's word, or are you concerned? Right now, we are hearing there is high alert that is being put on by the United States. Take a look. U.S. concerned. Russian campaign against the Baltics could spark into something bigger, says Marco Rubio, as it is happening today, May 22nd. Like I said, I've found the video footage. I'm going to be playing it for you so you can hear it directly from Marco Rubio. And this is very fascinating as well, coming out today as well. NATO allies, U.S. officials are confused.
What's going to happen here? Here's what I'm saying. I know how these people operate. It was Netanyahu in charge of 9/11, clearly. They're going to false flag our ass. The way they say, oh, nukes are going to go off. I think they're going to set a nuke off in New York or Chicago and literally say that, or Austin, Texas. If I was them, and I don't think like them, my vision is that theirs, but I can get in their heads. I think they've already got a nuke probably inside the U.S. Nick. Oh, they'll hit Israel. Maybe they blow up an Israeli city or something. I'm serious.
I mean, I hope that's not the case, but you can never rule it out because that is exactly how they operate. That's how they've operated what Mossad's motto is, Israeli intelligence, their motto is by way of deception.
It turns out billionaires got so tired of being criticized that they are now building entire companies to silence the people they don't want to hear. Peter Thiel just funded a startup called Objection AI, and people are saying its real goal is to discredit journalists. For just $2,000, anyone can pay a former CIA or FBI agent to investigate a story or reporter.
So this is how they're going to try to stop us from reporting on information that we are seeing out in the world. Listen to this.
Then that investigation gets fed into AI and issues a public verdict on the journalist's credibility. The system is designed to crush anonymous sourcing like whistleblowers, which will automatically tank the journalist's score. And if you refuse to participate in the investigation, that also lowers your score. And if you participate, they pressure you to hand over confidential sources. This is the same playbook.
This is insane and not good.
The FBI is establishing a new political pre-crime center. This was part of a budget request from the Trump administration to Congress that would allow for the FBI to proactively hunt Americans that it classifies as domestic terrorists. This new office would be able to proactively identify people and classify them as domestic terrorists if they hold any of these following beliefs. And as a former Christian fundamentalist raised in far-right Christian nationalism, anti-Americanism just simply means anyone who opposes the current administration. Anti-capitalism are people who believe that your tax dollars should give you something in return and that social safety nets should exist in the country. Anti-Christianity means anyone who does not support them legislating their version of Christianity on the rest of the country.
And this is the reason why I'm against religions and church. I believe in God, and I think Jesus is king. But all this other stuff, I don't care nothing about. Because, and I was just having this conversation with somebody. Are religions in particular, the biggest psyop? The answer is yes. Religions, not God, not Jesus, but religions are a psyop. And put a 1 in the chat if y'all would like for me to do a live stream about how religions are a psyop. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like for me to do a live stream about how religions are a psyop. But if you just listen to what they're saying right here, if you are anti this religion, you now can go to jail because you are anti whatever religion that they choose for them to be versus us. If you just think about the Islam, every time something happens in America, Islam people did it. Every time you turn around, you hear, even with IHOP, they say they're God's chosen people. Everything that they do from a manipulation standpoint or to a war standpoint or a justification for actions standpoint, it's always built on religion. Oh, we're going to war with them because they're a different religion than us. Now they're going to war with us because we're a different religion than other people in America. Religion is a psyop. Because this shit is getting crazy now. Now, if you're a different religion, they're going to try to lock you up.
Anti-capitalism are people who believe that your tax dollars should give you something in return and that social safety nets should exist in the country. Anti-Christianity means anyone who does not support them legislating their version of Christianity on the rest of the country. As we saw over the weekend, the discrimination against Catholics has already started. Support for the overthrow of the U.S. government, which is big talk coming from people who had an actual insurrection under their movement. But this again is just related to anyone who opposes the current administration. Extremism on migration would include people who believe that all immigrants, migrants, asylum seekers deserve due process and that they should be treated with humanity and not profited off of. Extremism on race would be anyone who believes that systemic racism exists and should be corrected, and anyone who holds any support for DEI initiatives or for civil rights protections for people at work, education, and in society. Extremism on gender would be anyone who defies traditional gender roles or believes that gay or trans people are real and deserve respect and the freedom to choose to live how their lives how they see fit.
So now you can go to jail if you don't like gay people. Like, if you don't supposed to do nothing to them because that'd be violence towards anybody. But just because you don't like a group of people, this shit is crazy. This shit is so crazy.
Hostility towards those who hold traditional American views on family would be anyone who believes that you have the choice whether to fall in line with traditional family roles or not, or someone who chooses not to engage in those traditional family roles, like myself. Hostility.
What? Somebody said, never believe what you see. I don't believe none of this shit. I think everything is wrestling. I think everything is wrestling. I think politics is wrestling, and wrestling meaning fake. Everything in wrestling is fake. So I think religion is fake. I think religion is wrestling. I think politics is wrestling. I think war is wrestling. I think all of it is wrestling. Everything is fake. It's just one group of people yelling at the other group of people, and you have a third group of people who's just like, yeah. That's literally what wrestling is. It's three groups: the bad guy, the good guy, and the audience.
Towards those who hold traditional American views on religion. That means anyone who is not Christian and doesn't believe that Christians should get special treatment in education and in society and by the law.
Special treatment is crazy.
hostility towards those who hold traditional views on morality. This means anyone who believes that gay people have the right to exist, that the LGBTQ community should be protected, that people should be able to live non-traditional lives, including having a long-term partner you're not married to, or having children out of wedlock if you so choose to do this. This is really about opposing the administration, opposing their view of Christianity, and now they're trying to create an office where they can hunt you down for holding opposing views and claim that you're a domestic terrorist. Quite frankly, I'm glad to have made the list and don't want to be friends with anyone who hasn't.
I am so many of those things. Is it time for me to leave?
And go where? Because the other countries are doing the same shit. Or you could turn around and go to another country, and then America bombs the damn country and takes all their shit. Imagine leaving America because you're sick of all this shit, and you go to another country, and your country that you just left just bombed your country. What the fuck?
Person for criticizing Israel. They are going to implement that. I actually currently trying to
Shit's crazy.
So the government is actually currently trying to make it to where they can put you in prison for criticizing Israel. They are going to implement the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, and it is currently being written into U.S. law and internationally. They will be using the U.S. Anti-Semitism Awareness Act and making that mandatory for any federally funded schools. So that will be included as like a discrimination. And then you also have multiple states who are going a little bit further, and they're using that same definition of the IHRA, and then also including like a hate crime sentencing enhancement. So if you speak against Israel, then you can get your charges boosted. You know, on top of that, Australia just passed a new legislation making it a criminal offense to also talk bad about Israel.
See, Australia is doing it too. So it's not just the United States. So people are like, just move. And go where? Other countries are doing the same shit.
Are you switching them out for all American flags? Oh, just that one? Every other one. Oh, every other one. Yeah, nice.
That's our world right here. That's just the way shit is.
Bankrupt Gawker in 2016. He funded a $10 million lawsuit that ended the company, and Aaron D'Souza, the lawyer who led that lawsuit, is now the same man running Objection AI. And if this works, any independent reporter like a Substack writer or creator covering people like Teal could end up with a credibility score determined by an AI funded by the people we are reporting on. Then whistleblowers will go silent.
So right here, he's talking about there's an AI score about your journalism and what you believe in or something. Let me start it over a little bit.
Issues a public verdict on the journalist's credibility. This is...
Hold on, I gotta back up a little bit more.
But you can never rule it out because that is exactly how they operate. That's how they've operated for, I mean, what Mossad's motto is, Israeli intelligence, their motto is by way of deception.
It turns out billionaires got so tired of being criticized that they are now building entire companies to silence the people they don't want to hear. Peter Thiel just funded a startup called Objection AI, and people are saying its real goal is to discredit journalists. For just $2,000, anyone can pay a former CIA or FBI agent to investigate a story or reporter. Then that investigation gets fed into AI and issues a public verdict on the journalist's credibility. The system is designed to crush anonymous sourcing like whistleblowers, which will automatically tank the journalist's score. And if you refuse to participate in the investigation, that also lowers your score. And if you participate, they pressure you to hand over confidential sources. This is the same playbook Thiel used to bankrupt Gawker in 2016. He funded a $10 million lawsuit that ended the company, and Aaron D'Souza, the lawyer who led that lawsuit, is now the same man running Objection AI. And if this works, any independent reporter like a Substack writer or creator covering people like Teal could end up with a credibility score determined by an AI funded by the people we are reporting on. Then whistleblowers will go silent and investigative journalism will become legally and financially unstable. And just a reminder, this is the same Peter Thiel that co-founded Palantir, the surveillance company helping ICE and the Israeli military with strikes in Gaza. One of the reasons companies and people like these are so powerful is because almost nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes. You can use the Conscious app to find hidden data on hundreds of companies and the people behind them so you can spend your money with the people that deserve it.
2 people in Texas were now arrested for talking about their contaminated water supply on social media. Yes, that is why they were arrested. The social media post in question was just her saying that residents in the area have been experiencing health issues.
So I want y'all to think about that now. filming your toilet, your sink with dirty water and saying, hey, there's something going on with the water that is coming out of my pipes will get you put in jail. It'll get you put in jail. This shit is crazy. Let me play this again.
Powerful is because almost nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes. You can use the Conscious app to find hidden data on hundreds of companies and the people behind them so you can spend your money with the people that deserve it.
2 people in Texas were now arrested for talking about their contaminated water supply on social media. Yes, that is why they were arrested. The social media post in question was just her saying that residents in the area have been experiencing health issues because of this water supply. And here's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. That's what's happening in Trinidad, Texas right now.
That's
literal
crazy.
shit, dirt ass water coming out of their faucets.
And I want to say this. This is how they're going to get rid of people. This is how they're going to get rid of people. The people who own houses. I sold my house a long time ago and started renting a house because I seen all this stuff coming. And I tell everybody, sell your house while you can and rent a house. And this is the reason why. Because what happens is when you own a house and say they build a data center close to your house, the property value of your house plummets. So now, because of the data center that just got built around the corner from you, you can't sell your house, which means you can't move away from the data center. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to do it, but I'm just going to officially say it. Sell your damn house and rent a house while you can. I'll say it again. Sell your house and rent a house. Because all they have to do, data centers are popping up everywhere. All they have to do is build a data center within 5 miles away from your house. The property value of your house is going to go in a toilet, and then you're going to be stuck there. And guess what? All kinds of shit is going to start happening. Your water is no longer going to be drinkable. You're not going to be able to take a damn shower. Your toilet is going to be brown. And on top of that, there's this drony noise for the rest of your life as long as you live there. So you might not like what I'm saying. Sell your house because they're putting data centers everywhere and the data centers are killing people or slowly killing people or making people sick. I need to be in a position where if some shit happens, I could just move to another city, move to another country, move to across the street or something. Not across the street, but move in another neighborhood if they build a data center in my neighborhood. You do not want to be in a position where you can't move. The number one goal in my life is to be able to move whenever I need to move. Because some of y'all be like, you don't own your house? I don't want to own my house. I sold my house and rented one so I could be able to stick and move whenever I need to. I don't believe in that shit no more because what happens is the psyop of home ownership now is data centers. They now have the ability to put you in a position where you can't sell your house and now you're stuck there. These people are homeowners who can't move. These people are homeowners. They can't freaking move. They're sitting here just complaining about their water being this, their water being that. They can't flush their damn toilet and they can't do shit about it because they own their house.
Powerful is because almost nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes. You can use the Conscious app to find hidden data on hundreds of companies and the people behind them so you can spend your money with the people that deserve it.
Two people in Texas were now arrested for talking about their contaminated water supply on social media. Yes, that is why they were arrested. The social media post in question was just her saying that residents in the area have been experiencing health issues because of this water supply. And here's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. That's what's happening in Trinidad, Texas right now. Literal shit, dirt ass water coming out of their faucets. And this woman spent overnight in jail because the police decided she was sending off a false alarm when their water looks like this, by the way.
This is crazy. Going to jail for just videotaping your own water.
And another journalist, Winston Knowles, also got arrested for live streaming the protests of the city for not addressing the water concerns. And Trinidad is still continuing their investigation of the water supply being contaminated instead of just fixing it. But of course they're suing them, so stay tuned. But anyways, I love y'all. Follow me, don't talk to cops, and have a wonderful day.
Oh, I think I'm asking for it now. Who's they? Yesterday, I exposed a company that is spraying poison above your head. Stardust Solutions. Today, I did some digging on who's supplying these chemicals with...
Everybody share this video. This is very important right here because I've always wanted to know what the hell is this shit that they keep spraying into the atmosphere. Share this video with 5 people right now and say done in the chat. Share this video with your group chat. Share this video with... everybody has group chats. Share this video right now with people that need to hear this because this right here is affecting everybody. So I don't care who the hell it is. Share it with your dog. Share it with 5 people right now, this video, just my live stream, because they need to see this part right here. So I'm going to play a commercial so everybody has a second to share the video and come back to it. So everybody right now, share this video with 5 people and then say done. We got to do this real quick because this part right here affects everybody. I always want to know what the hell this shit is that is in the air.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
Okay, so here we go, because this is very important.
But of course they're suing them, so stay tuned. But anyways, I love y'all. Follow me, don't talk to cops, and have a wonderful day.
Oh, I think I'm asking for it now. Who's they? Yesterday, I exposed a company that is spraying poison above your head. Stardust Solutions. Today, I did some digging on who's supplying these chemicals with this poison that they're injecting into the atmosphere. American Elements. Not sure how American it is, but check this humanly ethical company out. This company is one of many supplying companies like Stardust Solutions. Right there on their front page, they list top chemicals that they supply. And I knew there were more, so I went deeper. These are all other chemicals they...
So these are the chemicals right here that they're spraying into the atmosphere, y'all. Screenshot this and do your own research.
Supply. See something interesting here? They list all...
Screenshot this and do your own research.
All the same chemicals that we speak about all the time that are killing you, or at least making you sick all the time.
Uranium?
They even have a case study of recycling rare earth metals. You mean stalling an inland hurricane over land to grab it? That's not recycling. Well, maybe to them it is, but... And then they also sponsor the annual Weather Modification Association meeting. So I dug some more. Looks like we have another one right around the corner in a beautiful vacation spot in Reno, Nevada. Just saying. We need to expose these companies, just like all the other corruption in the world. The difference is, this one is directly affecting you and your family. Let's go.
Denver is becoming a surveillance state. Even if you don't live here, I promise you, you should pay attention because this is going to affect everyone. There's a few tech players in this surveillance industrial complex contributing to building an infrastructure that law enforcement now relies on. But I want to use a relevant example to highlight how they're doing it. Axon Enterprises. Axon has major contracts with the DHS, ICE, and cities across the country. They sell tasers, body cams, and much more. But they are now making the biggest bet on their newest technology called Fusus. Fusus will feed all of the footage from these cameras. We're talking about images and footage of us, our cars, police data, public records, online activity, and more into their systems to become one unified intelligence map. What this means for you is there's now an entire tech ecosystem being planned to be built in Denver. Trump's administration is using immigration and public safety as justification to build these platforms, when in reality, these justifications are just a Trojan horse. All to build an oligarchic tech city to harvest data on all of us and track our everyday. Then the federal government can access our data for whatever uses they see fit. This is especially important for right now because on March 23rd, Denver City Council held a public hearing and it was all about a new contract with Axon, specifically for Denver's LPR cameras. During that meeting, they pushed the vote to Tuesday, March 31st. So this shows that there's conversations about this stuff happening all across the nation, including here in Denver. So please make sure you know it's being implemented in your local community.
Well, I'm pissed off because while families in Georgia were being told to stop watering their lawns and conserve water during a drought, a massive AI data center campus was quietly sucking down nearly 30 million gallons of water right outside of my hometown of Atlanta.
See, this is going on in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta, and this is scary. So this is potentially affecting me. And this is the reason why I rent. If anything goes on crazy around here, I'm breaking my lease and getting the hell out of here. I don't give a shit. I'm not finna get poisoned by no damn body. I'm not taking no damn shower and my damn water is coming out black. I'm getting the hell out of here. So this is a personal thing. The other person said something about Denver. Now this woman is talking about Atlanta.
Oh, hell no is exactly right. I'm getting out my Don't Tread on Me Gadsden flag and marching my way right back down to my home state because this is just getting ridiculous. We're talking enough water to fill roughly 44 Olympic-sized swimming pools for just one data center. And people really only started finding out about this after residents in a neighborhood close by started complaining about low water pressure. So why is that? Well, according to reports, the Fayetteville, Georgia campus known as Project Excalibur had
Fayetteville, Georgia, and Coweta County are two places that these massive data centers are coming up and poisoning people. Coweta County and somewhere in Fayetteville, Georgia.
one water connection officials didn't even know existed, while
Put a 1 in the chat if you live in Georgia.
another reportedly wasn't even properly linked to the company's account, meaning it wasn't even being billed correctly. And now the controversy is getting even bigger because in Coweta County, Georgia, residents say the government and utility companies are preparing to seize private land through eminent domain to help power another massive AI data center project known as Project Sail.
All right. Do y'all hear this? So sell your house before they make you sell your house. A lot of people got mad at me when I said sell your house. They're going to make you sell your house. So not only are they going to put a data center next door to you, but if your house is in a way, they're going to make you sell your damn house for a low ass price so they can build a data center where your house actually is. So this is the robots. So here is where I talked about how the robots are about to literally just take over everything. So listen to this, share this video. This is the robot army.
All right, let me give you the latest on Christian news and what is happening in the world today. China just signed a $37 million deal to deploy industrial-grade humanoid robots at real border crossings. And these aren't just demo robots. These are the Walker S2 humanoids. They are built for 24/7 operation with automatic battery swapping. That's right. They can take their own battery.
Look at this shit. They can swap out their own batteries. Because one of the things that I thought about, if I was to get a robot, I'm not going to have to fight the robot. I'm just going to wait for the robot to run out of juice and then have to sit on a little robot pad to get charged. And I'm just going to push the damn robot off the pad and throw the pad out the window. And then boom, I just defeated the robot. But if the damn robots can replace their own battery packs, we're screwed.
Maine to help power another massive AI data center project known as Project Sail.
All right, let me give you the latest on Christian news and what is happening in the world today.
Crazy.
China just signed a $37 million deal to deploy industrial-grade humanoid robots at real border crossings. And these aren't just demo robots. These are the Walker S2 humanoids. They are built for 24/7 operation with automatic battery swapping. That's right, they can take their own battery pack out, swap it out with zero downtime. Their job is for crowd control, inspections, logistics, guiding travelers, surveillance, and government level enforcement. This is only one of many rollouts because China is expanding on what they call embodied AI across factories, public places, and even security. These robots don't tire, they don't question orders, and they do not have a conscience.
The 90s was so much like, what generation was the best for y'all? To me, the 90s. Was it another generation that was better than the 90s? We're never going to have we're never going to experience the 90s ever again. The music was the most beautiful. The women were the most beautiful. Like, we're never going to see that again. They're literally ruining the entire world. Like, we're in 2026 and we're about to get invaded by fucking robots. AI is literally taking over the world and we're going to be slaves to some damn robots. The 90s didn't have no damn robots. The 90s didn't have no AI. Golly, man. If we could just go back to the 90s, man. See, the 90s was the last generation before the internet literally took over everything. Let's see. When did the internet start? What year? So the internet was invented in 1983, but it wasn't really anything until like 1999. Remember in 1999, it was Y2K. Because I remember in 1997, 98, like people didn't really have cell phones. People didn't really have the internet. It wasn't a thing. But the second the year 2000 started, the internet became a thing, really, because it was the internet was invented, but nobody really was using the internet. But like the internet really became what it is today after Y2K. Do y'all remember Y2K? Oh, the world is about to fall apart. They were literally warning us. They literally were warning us about Y2K. We're living in a second generation of Y2K. Let's see. When was the first Terminator movie playing? 1984. So they've been warning us about now since 1984. Damn, the internet was invented in 1983. And then in October of 1984 was when the first Terminator movie came out. A year after the internet was invented, Terminator was invented a year later. This shit is crazy. We're about to be living in a world of damn Terminator, y'all. I want to go back to the 90s. I want to go back to the 90s. Like the music was better in the 90s. Everything was better in the 90s. We actually went outside. The kids was outside playing. Adults were barbecuing. Do y'all remember we used to did y'all barbecue almost every three weeks? Almost every week. There was a barbecue somewhere back in the 90s, y'all. I remember back in the 90s in Atlanta, we all would drive our nice looking cars to the park and just go to the park and sit on the hood of our cars. And then we would open the trunk, and because we would have speakers in the trunk, and we all would just be playing music out of our cars and just sitting on the hood of our cars, just hanging out with everybody, talking to girls and stuff at the parks. Nobody even leaves out the house now. The damn 90s, man. Everybody was outside in the 90s. Now we're living in this dystopian damn world where the world is poisoning us with data centers and the robots are going to come in and make us slaves. Damn, man. The 80s and the 90s, bro. Drop this emoji in the chat. Just to show love to the 80s and the 90s. Y'all know what this emoji is right here? Drop this emoji in the chat to just show love to the 80s and the 90s. Because that's what it used to be, man. We don't have this no more. We don't have this no more. Find this emoji and drop it in the chat just to show homage to the 80s and the 90s. And if you can't, there we go. Like this right here. Yeah, thank you. Find this emoji and drop it in the chat. Spam the chat with this, man. We gotta pay homage to the 80s and the 90s, man. Because we're never going to see this shit again. Our children are fucked. Unless we fight the monsters and shit. Unless we figure out a way to fight all this shit. Fucking armies of robots, man.
Experts are even warning that this is the foundation of an AI-run enforcement system to replace human oversight.
Why though? Why do they want to do this to us? Why? Like, what is the point? Why?
I want to give you relevant Christian news, not to scare you or put fear in you, but to warn you and to give an awareness of what is happening in the world today. If you feel the same way, please share this so the world can be informed of what is truly happening.
I don't know how to tell you this, but...
So, this woman scared the shit out of me. Not her face, but what she says. So, be ready for what she's about to say. Because guess what? I said this last week. So before I play this, quick commercial and we'll come right back. What she's about to say is going to make you shit in your pants. I'm play this, come right back.
If you had one wish involving us, what would it be?
That we got along better.
Okay.
The day that you told me, like, I was so happy for you, my mindset toward you completely changed. I think after you had her, you realized like how hard it is to be a mom. And like when you look back at things that maybe like made you mad at me, you realize like, okay, well, that is hard.
I just bought this mother-daughter card game because I came to the realization that my issues with my mom are not resolved, so I decided to do something about it. Just played this card game with my mom and we both literally broke down crying. Here's the card game right here. Buy it. Every woman needs this. You won't regret it.
All right, so here we go. Are y'all ready to shit in your pants? Operation Shit in My Pants starts 3, 2, 1. Shit in your pants.
I'm just going to pass the message along because those data centers are way worse than we're being told or way worse than is being shared by the truth tellers. So basically,
I said this last week, y'all. What's
going to happen is that all of the water will be depleted. So poisoned or depleted, and the sicknesses that people are going to get, so not only surrounding those data centers, but like even further away from those, are going to be sicker than they've ever known, because somehow they're connected to 6G towers. And remember I said, take off the Oura rings, put your Apple products away, because I saw the dial doing this and they were going to amp it up. And part of that is the data centers. And so if you live near there, I'm not saying move, but you got to get away from there, because everyone's going to get so sick and the water is going to disappear.
Just started. So I said this last week. I said they're going to have a fake alien invasion. I said one or two things are going to happen. One, they're going to build the data centers in certain cities and poison all the water, and people are just going to get sick and die, or there's going to be no more water and people are just going to run. And then the water in the stores are going to run out, so you can't even go to the store and buy water. And then people are just going to get sick and die. And there's going to be a fake alien invasion where they're going to use these robots, just like I showed you, the army of robots. They're going to dress the robots up as aliens, and the robots that are dressed up as aliens are just going to come in and just wipe out a whole city full of people. Because it would be better for the government to stage a fake alien invasion so they can blame it on the aliens, instead of a whole city of people die off because of the poisoned water. So just to compartmentalize this, to keep the scrutiny of the data center that just got built in a certain city, poisoning all of the water and killing all of the people and making all of the people in the surrounding area sick, where everybody's just going to start dying and shit, that's a bad look for the government. So to keep the government from having this black eye of your data centers are killing the residents, instead they're going to formulate a fake alien invasion and use the same robots that I showed y'all that China has, and they're going to dress the robots up as aliens, and the robots are just going to be walking around and they're going to wipe out everybody in the damn city in order to circumvent what the data centers are going to do to the people anyway. And people were saying I was crazy. There is going to be a fake alien invasion, and they're going to wipe out whole cities in order to hide the fact that the data centers are going to poison the damn people anyway. They're going to blame it on the alien invasion. But it's the data centers that's really going to be killing people. I said this last week, and everybody laughed at me. So it's this right here. They're going to dress these damn robots up as aliens, and they just going to be walking around, busting in the door. The robot is just going to walk in your door, bah, just bust in your door, and the robot's going to know where the hell you at, and the robot's going to walk up the steps, and then you going to be dead. And it's going to be like 50 to 100 robots that are dressed up as aliens, and they're just gonna be walking around and just busting in people's doors, walking up people's steps, and then just wiping people out and walking back out. And then it's gonna be a fake spaceship that the robots are gonna be on. And then when all of the people are wiped out, because they're gonna have, like I said, they can tell by your Wi-Fi where you are in your house. So they're gonna be able to have heat signals on where all the people are, and the fake aliens are just going to be in the city just wiping out people until there are no more heat signals in the damn city, and then the robots are going to walk their asses back to the spaceship, fake spaceship, which is just going to be a fighter jet or some shit, and then it's just going to take them and then fly away. And it's going to be, oh my God, we had an alien invasion. And that's what's going to happen.
This is only one of many rollouts because China is expanding on
and this is showing you that I'm not lying.
What they call embodied AI across factories, public places, and even security. These robots don't tire, they don't question orders,
and
they do not have a conscience.
That part right there. They do not have a conscience. This is the fake alien invasion. And then you're going to have this. I just want to play this again for the people who didn't hear it or people who didn't take it seriously. They're going to kill all of people in certain cities. Maybe. I don't want to be flagged for inciting violence. So they're not going to kill anybody. I'm joking. I have to take this back just in case YouTube flags my video. So what I just said was a joke and it was satire. Okay. I'm saying this because I don't want YouTube to take my video down, but heed everything I'm saying.
An awareness of what is happening in the world today. If you feel the same way, please share this so the world can be informed of what is truly happening.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm just going to.
And sorry for repeating this, but I need everybody to see this and take it in.
Pass the message along. Because those data centers are way worse than we're being told, or way worse than is being shared by the truth tellers. So basically what's going to happen is that all of the water will be depleted. So poisoned or depleted. And the sicknesses that people are going to get, so not only surrounding those data centers, but like even further away from those, are going to be sicker than they've ever known because somehow they're connected to 6G towers. And remember I said, take off the Aura rings, put your Apple products away, because I saw the dial doing this and they were going to amp it up. And
in my opinion, the people who took the jab are going to turn into zombies. So my other theory, I would say, is everybody that took the jab, when they amp up the 6G or turn on 6G, everybody that took the jab is going to turn into zombies. So 3 different things. 1, alien invasion. 2, data centers are just going to poison the water and people are just going to die. Or 3, one of these 3 or all these 3. And the third one is they're going to turn on 6G and everybody that took the jab is going to instantly turn into zombies and they're going to start attacking people. And then once all of the people in the city are dead after the attack, they're going to turn the shit off and go in and arrest and quarantine the zombie people and put them in some type of camp. So 1, fake alien invasion. 2, the data centers are just going to poison the water and then people just going to die. It is what it is. Or 3, they're going to turn on 6G and everybody that got the jab is going to turn into a zombie and start attacking random people. And once all of the people in the city are dead, they're going to turn back off and then come in and arrest the people that just killed the other people. I said it first.
Part of that is the data centers. And so if you live near there, I'm not saying move, but you got to get away from there because everyone's going to get so sick and the water is going to disappear.
Just started last night. It gets worse. Like you can put a and it's on both sides. There it is. There it got worse. The girls went to go take a shower and they started hollering saying, "Daddy, come and look at this." I went and looked. I said, "Golly, Ned," and turned on the hot water side. It was clear for about 5 minutes. Then it was the same way. But you want to know what? I would love, look at that. Golly, man, look at that.
Golly, that should look like orange juice.
I would love for somebody from the government, county, or somebody to come down, and I like for you to drink it. That's what I want you to do, drink it, see how you like it. That's disgusting. That's a brand new well, $11,000 well that me and my grandmother had to get drilled here. And now, 5-6 years later, we got to deal with this.
That's sad.
Is that normal? That is not normal.
You have to, one, put yourself in a position where you can move. That's the first thing. Put yourself in a position where you can move. If you own a house, sell it. If you own a house, sell it while you can get your money. Go rent a house. Go rent an apartment. Do it. You need to be in a position where you can move to another city, move to another state, get your passport, move to another country if you need to. You need to be in a position to do that. Second, buy up all the water in your city, not city, in your store. Buy up all the water in your store. Find somewhere in your house where you can just stock water to the height of you. Stock up water, because it could be tomorrow. You wake up and your water could be brown or yellow. What are you going to do? You're going to be looking stupid. And if you are dealing with yellow or brown water, everybody in your city is dealing with yellow and brown water. So when you go to the store to buy new water, everybody is dealing with the same thing you're dealing with. And guess what? There's not going to be any water. There's going to be no water in the stores if all of y'all are dealing with brown or yellow water. Everybody's going to buy the water. Now you don't have water to bathe with, and now you're looking stupid because you didn't listen to me on May 23rd when I'm telling you to go to the store and buy all the water in the store. Spend $300 on bottled water. Put $300 to the side when you get paid and just go in your store and buy all the damn water, go home, put it in your house, go back to the store, buy more water, take it home, go back to the store, buy more water until the $300 is gone. Go spend $300 worth of water. Take $300 and go buy water until the $300 is gone. Buy water purifiers. There's literally water straws. They're called water straws from Amazon. Go buy 10 water straws from Amazon. We are about to have a gas crisis and a water crisis. Get canned goods. Get tuna, canned tuna. Don't sit here and watch this video and just go about your day. Spend $300 worth of water and do that shit today. You've been warned. I'm out because I don't have nothing else to say. I'm scared. I'm scared just like everybody else is. This shit is crazy. This shit is getting worse. This shit is fucking crazy. And thank you, Diz Ging. Thank you for the $5 cash app. I mean super chat. Talk to y'all later. Well, see y'all later. I'm in a bad mood just with my own damn content. Just, this shit is crazy. This shit is absolutely crazy.
Everybody hit the like button. 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 If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. What? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. Drop the city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop the city in the chat. Let me in the chat.
Talk to y'all later.